BTS, the group, said they won't submit their music for the 2027 Grammy Awards following the new Asian pop category. Quote, I hope music itself can be heard and loved rather than being distinguished by region or language. The Asian pop is finally, I'm sorry, not the Asian pop is getting its own category at the Grammys. For those who didn't know that, we spoke about it a while ago, but just to give more context, there is a new category called Best Asian Pop Music Performance. This comes from Complex via BBC. It says BTS says it will not submit its music for the 2027 Grammy Awards. The group announced its decision after the Recording Academy introduced a new category for Asian pop music. In a statement, BTS said it hopes music is judged for its artistic value rather than being separated by region or language. The group said it wants its music to be heard and appreciated without those distinctions. I ain't mad at them. I see both sides. Yeah, I see both sides. I'm not mad at them. There's plenty of times when people are kicking ass and taking names, and a new category is not created. Right? Beyonce got the record for all the Grammys, and they didn't create a new category for Beyonce. They let her be in country or pop or wherever she releases, and she takes names, she kicks ass, she gets all the awards. And so if that's the case for Beyonce, I can understand them feeling like we should be able to do that too. We shouldn't have to have our own category. And in fact, when we announced the categories, I made that joke. I said, oh, this is the BTS category. This is the what's his name? Super Bowl. Help me out.
Bad Bunny.
This is the Bad Bunny category. Exactly. The same way I call the other category the Tyler / what's his name category,
Burna
right?
Boy.
Burna Boy. Burna Boy. Thank you. Yeah, the Burna Boy / Tyler category, right? So I made the same joke. I'm not mad at them for feeling this way. I feel like they're artists. They have a right to feel how they feel about their music and their art and how it's being distinguished. I also see the other side where the Grammy is kind of trying to create separate categories so more people are recognized. Because if there is a Beyonce winning all the awards, if there is a Bruno Mars winning all the awards, if there is a BTS winning all the awards, it does make it harder for JD and Dash to win the awards. So I see both sides on this.
I kind of feel like Beyonce is a good and bad example because of the fact that she's never won, what is it, Album of the Year?
She won it last year.
Sorry, I can't. Did she? I know we were waiting for so long for that. I guess I forgot.
Yeah, they gave it to her. And I'll Google it just to make sure.
I'm sorry. I thought she had lost it again. I didn't. I thought it was that she had never won. She had been nominated like a bunch of times, but never won. But then I take back what I said.
Beyonce won her first career Grammy Award for Album of the Year on February 2nd, 2025 at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards for her 8th studio album, Cowboy Carter.
Okay, so that was when Jay-Z made the speech, right? Okay, sorry.
Or he made it the year before.
My fault.
I think he made it last year, but whatever. She won it. That's the point.
Okay, so then I take back what I said. Yeah, I would feel a way too if I was BTS because they are a pop phenomenon.
Absolutely.
There is no reason why there needs to be a new category. They should be contenders for the current categories. Also, stop. I get it. Like, don't alter this so that now you can push us out of those categories and into another category that is considered less than the others. Because let's be honest, it's more niche, right? So it's automatically considered not as good as the one where everyone gets to be in the category. I don't know. I appreciate that they're taking this stand. I think that we have seen a lot of Black artists take a stand against the Grammys. I'm not saying no one else has. I'm just saying we pay attention to specific genres and specific
Yeah.
people. And so we've seen over the years that artists, even artists as big as Drake, have spoken out against the Grammys and have not wanted to participate. Jay-Z was the same way. I know things have kind of changed, but he was the same way. So I think this is do it. Do it. Show them, because BTS is huge.
Yeah.
And I think that the Grammys, whoever is over there doing whatever they do, I think they need to see that there is still an imbalance happening. And sometimes the choices that they make to promote inclusivity can also, if not careful, end up being exclusionary. So I'm glad I'm glad that this is happening. I don't want BTS to not be considered for Grammys. I mean, again, they're huge. They should be.
Right.
But I do think that sometimes, in order to make the point that needs to be made,
Yeah.
somebody has to stand up, or somebody has to take one for the team, so to speak. So it's unfortunate for them, because I know that they're very talented, and they deserve awards. um, but I'm kind of glad that they decided to take a stance and be open about it too, because some
Right.
people might just not show up or whatever. They're actually saying, yeah, we're not participating, we're good here, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I totally respect that. I am all for that. I think the part that is tricky is we don't know what was gonna happen, right? When we announced the new categories, we both said like, oh, but is this to restrict people or to be more inclusive? We don't really know what's gonna happen. We gotta
Yeah,
wait and see. And BTS didn't wait and see. And I think that's what makes it tricky.
they know what's gonna happen.
I'm all for standing on your shit. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like, hey, fuck that, I'm all for that. I say that all the time. I'm the guy that says, "Hey, let's not do this shit. Let's avoid it. Let's shut it down. Fuck them." I'm all for that. I just think the tricky part is we don't know, is it going to be and or not. And so I think
Yeah,
that's because I think people are thinking or BTS or Asian pop or, and maybe the Grammys was trying to do and not or. And so I don't know. I think we have to wait and see. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying we asked that same question when we announced the new categories. So I guess we'll see what
yeah.
happens.
My guess is a consolation prize when you don't win, and maybe they will put you in the other category, but they don't intend on you winning, which is what they already do. They'll put you in those categories, but you'll never win. You'll We know this from
Which
certain
category?
artists. Like, they'll put you in some of the top categories, or the categories where there's, like, I guess, that are technically considered the rounded categories that are inclusive of multiple genres. They'll sometimes put you in there, but they'll never actually, like, even if it's the group had the biggest song or the biggest album, or the person had the biggest song or the biggest album of the year, they still won't get it. They'll end up getting whatever the other thing is, like whatever the other category is.
But that's why I'm saying I think it gets tricky because okay, look at the Oscars next year. Right now, we have $2 billion movies that will be for the Oscars. Odyssey's about to hit $1 billion. Michael did $1 billion. We know those two are going to be the top dogs next year. Whatever movie comes out net between now and then, you competing with Odyssey and you're competing with Michael. It's kind of the same thing in music. If there's a year where all the top dogs drop music, it's hard to say who's going to get it. And so, would you rather get something or nothing? Like that's kind of where it gets tricky. And I'm not arguing for the Grammys. I see both sides where it's like, yo, you're not gonna beat Beyonce, Drake, Taylor Swift, you know, all the big Bad Bunny, Cardi B, if all these people drop albums and then some, and
Mhm.
Jay-Z sneak out an EP, it's like, who the fuck you ain't too many people left. There's only one
Right.
winner and like 6 people who could be nominated. I don't know if you're gonna even have a nomination to go up against those big dogs. Like with the films, I'm not saying no good films are gonna come out between now and the Oscars. Of course, good films are gonna come out. But what the fuck are you gonna do against Odyssey and Michael? So would
Yeah,
you rather win the Tyler Award? Like,
the fact that you already put people in those categories is indicative of how messed up
because I'm
this
being an
is really
asshole.
is.
That's why. Because I'm
Right,
being an asshole.
but you might be doing that, but at the same time you're also laying out a potential blueprint of the Grammys.
Because
And
Bad Bunny don't just win the Latin Award.
I know, and that's why I'm saying sure, but there are certain artists where they don't, and that's just a fact. But we'll see. We got a few more months, like 6 months, and then we'll see.